What's up, guys? Blue Hell TV here. Seamus with Ian today, and we're going to break down Sporting KC's first preseason game of the second leg, and a little bit of Swope Park's second preseason game.
Yep. It's Tulsa.
Yep. So start with Swope Park.
Yeah.
First game, we played Rockers. This game, Tulsa Roughnecks. Better competition, better team. Much more competitive, much harder game. I was able to go. Ian was unable to go this weekend. But the game was pretty dirty, pretty rough early on. But it shows, it gets the guys ready.
Yeah. That was one thing. One of the biggest things that I really wish I could have seen this weekend would be the difference. Against Rockers, as we mentioned in the last one, it's going to be a slower pace, not as intense. It's just going to be that type of game against a team like that. So when they were actually playing against, one of their rivals in the USL, just was the pace just much faster and, players going in? Did it seem like they were just putting in a lot more effort?
Rockers from the first game, just packed it in, 10, 11 men behind the ball at all times. Tulsa just kind of played. I mean, it was just like a normal game.
Yeah.
But multiple yellow cards in the first half. Guys getting talking tos. It got pretty chippy pretty fast. They had a couple guys on the other team that could have been sent off, but that just affected the game. People playing quicker. Mm-hmm. Swope Park just looked much better than the first game, even though they played up. You play down, but it was a good game.
That's good. So in the first game, we saw center mids playing well. We saw shaky defense in parts, but other times, fullbacks good at getting forward. What all did you see? I guess starting from the back, what did you notice in each section?
Again, keeper, not much work. I mean, we did get 2 goals scored against, but it wasn't like, a game where there were non-stop shots. But the defense this game was much better. They were, again, gave up 2 goals, but they were playing against better competition. Mm-hmm. Dakota, I forget his last name. I think it's like Barathon or something like
Barnathan.
Played much better.
Good.
You could tell that he was, quicker on the ball. He actually made some runs going forward, which was surprising from a center back.
Interesting.
But yeah, it was in the back, they were much better this game.
Good.
Will Little, again, now looking at him, with bigger guys out there, maybe, I doubt you throw him in right away.
Was he just too small? Did he?
Just physically.
Yeah.
Not like, guys out there the same height, but physically just getting pushed off the ball.
Yeah.
Looking for a foul, but it's just a 50-50 ball, and you just can't have that against,
Yeah. Well, and especially he seems good at getting forward.
Well, he was good going forward, but
you're a fullback at the same time. You need to be able to 50% of your game's getting forward. The other 50 is holding the back line. Being able to stick a tackle and they get it.
But they were much better this game. Let me check real quick.
So did Matt Lewis start as well?
Yeah, Matt Lewis played very well. He had a couple of opportunities, or not opportunities, a couple of chances. Guys had chances against him, but he made good recovery runs even when he got beat.
That's good.
But played better than
Kyoto.
Yeah, again, he's a Sporting guy coming down, so he should be. But him and Mateus Silva, let me try to find it.
Right.
Again, had what is it? A good game. Wait, who did I say?
Mateus Silva.
Yeah, Mateus Silva showed leadership.
Yeah.
But this time, Parker Mayer.
Oh, yeah.
Was the captain, had the captain's armband on, and like we said in the first game, he was good going forward, but this game he was just a much better leader. Last game we heard him talking, but not that much.
Yeah.
He's directing people this game where to go, and really got the game going from the back.
That's good.
Forward, made runs up the field, showed his little skill, and he played much better in this game too.
That's good. That's an interesting captain choice too.
Yeah.
Fullback. Interesting.
But, I mean, he could be one of the only guys that has experience,
Sure.
And one of the best players on the team, could be a good leader in the
Yeah,
locker room.
Doesn't
A
matter
lot of
where
the
you
guys are very young, so
Mhm.
you need somebody that has a little
Yeah.
experience to kind of.
Yeah. So Mateus Silva again played well.
Yeah, he had a great free kick goal.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Left-footed, probably like 25, 30 yards out.
Ooh.
Just put it top
Bins.
bins. Yeah. And then he just acted like nothing happens. He just kind of walks away. Like,
Easy.
But yeah, again, he showed that he could direct the game from
Yeah.
the midfield. He was a little chippy this game. Had a couple
I'd
fouls.
expect
Could
so.
have been, but pretty good performance
Yeah.
again from him.
That's
Again,
good.
another guy that I could see maybe going up to Sporting eventually out
Yeah.
of the 11.
Yeah. Did they start the same way they started?
No, this time it was Saravia and Cruz in the midfield with him.
How did Cruz play?
They both played pretty well. I think Cruz had a handball later in the game that ended up being a penalty kick. But both of them showed that they can kind of create stuff going forward. Like the first game we saw, they just kind of disappeared.
Yeah.
But this game, they were both better connecting.
That's good.
Chase Minter ended up starting out wide.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think he was on the left to start because Rafael Benitez was on the right, maybe? I'm trying to think of it. But, yeah, those guys connected a lot better.
Good. Did Minter play well out there? Because in the first game, we noticed he was doing a really good job of switching positions with that left wing. It seemed like he almost wanted to be out there a little bit. So maybe that's his natural position. They put him in at center mid, but
this game he wasn't as good as the first game. I don't know if it's just he's trying to impress more and more. He was just trying to do too much. But he gave the ball away a lot. Didn't play as much as like the Sporting style of winger. It's like almost Parker Mayer would almost be further forward than him multiple times.
Interesting.
But yeah, he just gave the ball away, and he wasn't as creative or good with the ball this game than he was last game. But again, it's just one game, could be a fluke.
Yeah.
But he's a trialist, so
yeah, that's true.
Blake Levine wasn't even there this weekend, so hopefully, it's not like a 1 or 2 game type of thing. So, but yeah. And then Hachi Berry scored. But it was a penalty kick. But still, he showed how dangerous he was again. Like we said, just natural goal scorer. But they just brought in what I was looking at earlier is Swope Park just brought in a guy, Tyler Blackwood, who was with QPR for a while, but he was on loan at Newport County. Scored 14 goals last year, so there's going to be a little competition maybe. Or maybe Haji Berry has shown a little, might get called up, because Sporting hasn't shown that they've had a starting striker yet. So it'll be pretty interesting.
That's interesting,
So, but this guy Blackwood that I just saw, supposed to be pretty good. Hopefully he can.
Newport League 2, but 14 goals is still.
Yeah.
I mean, USL. I would put League 2 above USL. In terms
or
of
at least
the same, roughly the same. So,
it's a lot of guys that are just young going on loan.
That's solid. 14 goals, so should be exciting.
Yep, but I mean that's about it for Swope Park. They'll just keep going again. Like we've been saying, preseason, not all the guys are there.
And Sporting still
a guy like Zach Wright, I could see from just knowing him, watching him play before, is better than any winger that's played so far in the Swope Park preseason games, but won't be as good as any winger on Sporting. So he would be a guy that I could see easily go in, start right away, and show why he should be out there. So, it'll be interesting to see. And
good.
I think their next game is... Do we remember?
It's the 20th.
I think it's next Saturday, right?
Yeah, it's coming up soon.
Yeah.
check here real quick.
And I think this one again is against a.
Oh, it's against Creighton, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's against Creighton on Saturday.
And it's away, I think.
I think it's at Swope Soccer.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Because I know they go away for 2 games and then...
Yeah. Here, let's double check. But, yeah, they're playing another university. That'll be...
I mean, again, but Creighton better than
Yeah,
Rockers,
much better.
So,
consistent.
Yeah.
You know, consistent NCAA D1 title chasing team.
Yeah,
compared to Rockers. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, just another game for them to get in, you know. And a lot of the guys that are at Swope right now, maybe not their full squad, but a lot of the guys at Swope or who are just coming in or maybe getting cut down from Sporting are either at the age of or have just graduated from college.
Yeah.
So it's playing against, you know, same age, same
people that they've been.
Yeah.
This game is Saturday at Swope Park Village. But then they go to Indiana to play Indy 11.
Okay.
And then Indiana University, which could be one of the...
That's going to be a tough game, actually.
It's good competition as everybody except for...
Yeah.
I mean, even the USL teams, I don't think they're bringing their full team because they have...
I mean, it's just going to be the same thing.
Same
thing.
Their best players are going to be with Chicago or, wherever. But yeah, and then they finish back home against UMKC, but that's still a while.
Yeah, so, and that'll be another game probably for maybe last cut trial is really just working out their starting formation. Because, I mean, UMKC and Rockers are, you know, about the same in terms of their soccer team. They're big rivals, so it's going to be another game like the first one that we watched.
Well, their last 2 preseason games will also be interesting because the Sporting season will be, or their second to last will be, the Sporting season will be 1 day away, and then their last preseason game, the Sporting season's already underway. Yeah. So those players that are, you know, going to be on Swope Park are going to either be there, they might not start them, but we'll have a better feel of, you know, where everybody's going to be, except for the trialists. We'll have a feel of, you know, is there 1 or 2 guys that might make the team, and then the rest going to be...
That'll be exciting into the preseason.
Yeah. Move on to Sporting.
Yeah.
First preseason game.
Red Bulls.
Overall,
not even just Sporting, but just overall, it was a bad game.
Yeah. It was raining all day. Wet surface for all the teams that played. I think we were one of the last games of the day. But the game just wasn't...
It didn't seem up to speed.
Yeah. The game was very slow. Sporting needs to get it together before.
Yeah.
In the next, 2 weeks?
Yeah, exactly.
Now? 3 weeks.
That's the worst part about all this. Just watching the game, one of the biggest things that I noticed was not only lack of, I don't know, motivation. Like, it didn't seem like they wanted to be there or try hard, but just the amount of subs they're making is scary. Red Bulls at least did a good job of keeping their starting lineup.
Yeah, we sub a whole new team.
They made what? 1 sub. Red Bulls made 1 sub.
What do we make? Like
we switched our entire
10,
team.
11?
Every player came off for the second half. We put an entire different team out.
And some of these guys will never, or at least for a couple of years.
Yeah. I mean, players like Colton Storm.
Yeah, Colton
probably
Storm.
not going to see a whole lot of playing time.
You got Zusi and arguably Jalen Lindsay ahead of him.
Yeah. It was...
You got guys like, Abusio, who's, still very young, might 15, make it into the lineup, but it's like, you want to see the guys that are there to, you know?
Yeah, that are going to be playing. Especially, this is a chance for them to solidify their starting spot and to get in that much-needed preseason training for both, like, physically and mentally. You've got to get ready
and the
to play. Yeah, exactly. That too.
We have basically we got, 3 or 4 new guys coming in?
Yeah.
You can't tell me that just practicing together, it's not the same.
No. They need to know what that's like, and that's something that, you know, going forward further in the preseason, we're hoping to see more starting lineup, more kind of game, just realistic and, game speed decisions being made from both the team and the managers. Like, it's great to see all these players get in, but season's only 2-3 weeks away.
Yeah.
It's coming up so soon that they need to be ready, you know. If you see somebody getting gassed in a half, That's not good.
And at this point, we're already one leg of preseason done.
Yeah.
All the fitness levels are going to be, a struggle because it's still early. But you've had a month of training, and you've had 2 weeks or out there, another week to prepare before this preseason.
Yeah.
Fitness levels will be, you're not playing, they didn't play the full 90 before.
Yeah.
But 45 minutes for these guys? That's nothing, really.
Yeah.
Half.
Yeah. Literally half of the game.
None of these guys will play 45 minutes unless they pick up an injury or are just awful in a game.
Yeah.
All year.
Yeah, that's a great
Unless
point.
you're a sub, coming in for 20 or 30 minutes. But none of these guys will ever play 45 minutes again.
No, and, Johnny Russell didn't make it down quite in time for this game.
Yeah, flying in.
And that's another one that... That's kind of... I don't know. It makes me a little bit nervous for the... all the expectation and hype on him right now, coming in, supposedly being this great player that's going to change the team and really impact the team. Well, not playing with them, granted their season was halfway through, so he's been playing, so he's going to be in decent shape, which is exactly what they need. But just not playing with the team and getting accustomed to Sporting style.
Yeah, the style.
It seems he needs to be that player that can play the full game and make an impact. But just with only 2 or 3 weeks, he's probably going to be that player that is either subbed in the beginning of the season or only goes for 60 to 70 minutes a game just because he's not exactly matching up yet. Mm-hmm. It's just something that takes a little bit of time. And granted, it was almost a last minute buy. Kind of. There's not a lot that could have been done, but it's just a shame that he's coming in so late.
Yeah, but Johnny Russell is one of the guys. But it was weird that Hermes doesn't even start a starting 11 that you would think would be the starting 11.
No.
So you're playing half the guy. They played probably 75% of the starters.
Yeah.
So when we get to, like you said, getting used to playing together in people's styles, how is Johnny Russell going to work with, I don't know, Johan?
Yeah.
But now how's Johan going to work with Shelton? Shelton had a great game, but...
Yeah, arguably one of maybe 2 guys,
but
maybe 3 guys that had a good game against the Red Bulls.
But these guys aren't going to be playing much with. Shelton will probably be a guy that comes off the bench.
Yeah. Possibly starting. We don't know.
Yeah, he could be starting now.
Yeah. After a good game, and then Rubio. It's also.
But Rubio comes off the bench. They start Shallowy up top, and Shallowy, I don't think, is a natural just center forward.
Let's start by going over the formation first, or the lineups first.
So we did a 4-3-3 normal.
Amelia starting in the net.
Jalen Lindsay,
who has been playing well.
Yes, especially for his age.
Yeah,
doesn't play like a 17-year-old at all.
And Vermees seems like he's putting a lot of faith in him and really likes playing him and seeing him play. So it's good that he's consistently getting minutes. Granted, Zusi, might be carrying a knock. Could be, reason why he didn't even play in the first game at all. Not really sure as to why is that, but if he is injured, that's great for Jalen Lindsay. I'd like to see if he can play out at left back, because the way he's playing, I would pick him over Sinovic if he can make everything he's doing on the right happen on the left.
Yeah. But...
So Jalen Lindsay, Ike and Matt Beasler, and then Lobato at left back.
Yeah, which is an interesting one. Yeah. Lobato's played, right wing, left wing.
Everywhere.
He's kind of like a Jimmy, but he's not a Jimmy.
Yeah.
Jimmy was another weird one that... I don't think he even played again in the first game.
He didn't play against Red Bulls either.
I don't know. We could kind of go through the lineup and then go through how everybody played. But Lobato had a weird one playing left back, especially when you have so many options that are better than him.
Yeah.
But then we go into the midfield. We started, was it Roger, Ilie, and
Gutierrez?
Yeah. Ilie kind of played the holding mid. Mm-hmm. Other two kind of moved around.
Yeah.
Went forward, but.
And then we'll get into like how they all played.
Yeah.
And then the front 3 were Johan, Kyrie Shelton, and Shallowy.
Yeah.
So, starting back from the back, Amelia.
He had
not a great game.
No. spilled.
Yeah.
And I mean, with the goal.
Yeah.
First, he starts by.
The goal that the Red Bull scored all started with Melia. You know, in his hands, he makes just genuinely a stupid decision. Tries rolling it out to Gutierrez, who has two men on either side of him, and then one guy sprinting towards his back. That's tough for anybody. Rolls it to him, and then Gutierrez makes a horrendous pass.
Yeah.
Kind of in between the fullback and center back, in the air, just bobbled, and you know, that was kind of a letdown from a Chilean Copa Centenario winner. You know, but that's one of those passes that
he should make a much better pass. But to start with Melia,
starting with
this has been a problem for many years with Sporting. I mean, I think Vermes likes to play out of the back, doesn't want to just beat the ball forward.
Yeah.
But it gets us in trouble a lot.
Mm-hmm.
We get the ball to an Ilie or a Roger or this time Gutierrez, and they're being pressured right away.
Yeah.
Either sometimes nobody talks to them, they get, hit. Somebody wins the ball, something happens, or they pass the ball away, do something. But it's something that you just take a second.
Yeah.
You don't need to throw the ball out there. You can find somebody else.
Yeah, even just slow the game down for a minute, let everybody get up. You know, we were going nowhere with that.
Yeah.
Even if he did roll it off, we had half of it was on an attack.
Yeah.
And we had half of our team still just coming out of the 18. Like it just wasn't a good decision. And then the goal, you know, slight deflection. Maybe could have done better.
But it hits Melia.
Yeah, it hits him.
Hits him, goes straight in hits him almost in the bread basket.
Yeah,
He spills it into the corner.
You expect, even off a slight deflection, you expect someone to
keep that
away from that. Yeah, exactly.
And how good Melia's played and how many saves he's made.
Yeah.
But he only played a half.
Yep.
He's still getting kind of used to, I don't know, playing again after his injury, everything that's happened. But we need... In a month, we need better.
We need them.
Because against New York City, they have guys that could easily.
We play like Red Bulls. I mean, decent team, but
Bradley Wright Phillips is one of their only guys.
Well, going up against former SKC Aurelian Collin. But it was not great for Melia. Next, Jalen Lindsay. He had a good game.
Yeah, he was one of the I'd say top 2 to 3 players out there.
Just didn't stop working. Didn't stop working.
Good getting forward.
Yeah, great getting forward.
Great tracking back. Doesn't look like a 17-year-old.
No, not at all.
Especially out there with all the New York actually played. They're one of their probably best lineups that they have.
Absolutely.
And really showed that he could almost start this year if he... Zusi, he's always been good getting forward. He started as a winger. But he's suspect getting back. You're not going to bench Zusi for Jalen Lindsay now.
No.
But on the other side, like we said, if Jalen Lindsay could be accustomed to playing on the left and just show that he can do something, he could almost start there this year.
Yeah, the only thing with that would be, where does Jimmy fit in? Because I would say, look, Seth Sinovic, I just do not think is good enough to start.
He's a consistent,
He's there. He's always there.
He's a good, MLS, I don't know, he knows the MLS. He knows...
Yeah. He'll always put in...
He can score a goal every, once a year,
Yeah. He'll put in a decent performance every game, but he's not going to stand out.
Yeah.
And so,
But it was weird that Lobato starts over him.
Yeah.
Because...
And... Jimmy doesn't even play.
Jimmy doesn't play. I don't know if Jimmy's hurt. What's going on? I've seen pictures though. Jimmy Instagram, he's taking pictures and stuff. So he's obviously there's no life or death situation going on. But Jalen Lindsay could almost start out there.
Very promising.
If Jimmy isn't in full fitness.
Yeah.
By the start of the year.
Ike and Matt.
Ike, coming off of playing with the U.S., didn't look like he was coming off playing with the U.S. national team. Ike, one of our favorite players, if not our favorite players. I don't want to talk bad about him, but when you see guys like Zusi come back, they play with a different level of skill, They play on a whole other level. Ike was playing the ball away. Just didn't look like normal Ike out there.
He dropped to the level that everybody else was playing at, where those types of players, especially coming from international play, need to be picking everybody up. And so, not great. I mean...
And he should be in better fitness. He played with the U.S. over... had, almost a month camp with the U.S.? Like, he should have been. He should be ready to go. Ready to play.
And then Beasler as well.
Beasler, Just the whole team just looks slow, but gave up a lot of opportunities. Red Bulls could have scored another couple times.
Lobato, bad decision making. Granted,
I'm not a big fan of Lobato. I've never really been
I feel like he's a decent sub that could genuinely play anywhere except my center back or in the net. But he's
out back though. He's not fast.
No.
So when he was going up against Derek Etienne, who is a big, athletic, fast guy. So he's just blowing by him. He's just pushing him off the ball. He's better as a sub if you put him in like
a midfield role.
Midfield role where he can he's good with the ball.
Yeah.
So he can pass the ball, do stuff.
Well, usually.
But again, he was slow today. In the game. He was slow and
just bad decisions, looked hesitant at times, and it was one of the things that led to the goal as well. So the goal went, Melia rolled it out to Gutierrez, terrible decision. Gutierrez somehow just horrible pass back, right? Red Bulls get a throw-in. They lose it right away. Sporting gets a throw-in. Lobato's on it, throws it to a guy in pressure, who passes it back because it's under pressure. And then Lobato kind of takes a second, and he does a little hesitation. And so the midfield, whoever it was, Gutierrez, checks out, and he passes to that space where nobody was, and now Red Bulls get a corner.
And score off the corner. Corner should have been cleared 50
Corner
times.
should have been cleared.
Melia should have even came out for the ball. It was one at like outside the 6 yard line. It's like 7 yards out.
There should have been.
And then it deflected off somebody, and then
2 clearances out of the air should have happened.
And then they let Bradley Wright Phillips take the ball down, turn, and finish. I mean, that's ridiculous. As any team, not even an MLS team. If I were to go watch Sporting U15s, that'd be ridiculous to watch somebody.
The ball bounced in the 6. That cannot happen.
He turns
ever. It just bounced in the 6. Doesn't get cleared, falls at his feet.
I know they don't want injury or anything, so they're not going into it. But still
terrible.
Needs to be much better.
So then Ilie.
I mean, he had a pretty good game. It's what you expect out of Ilie every game. He was kind of, again, everybody was slow except for a couple guys. Didn't even look like they wanted to be there.
No.
Cold, wet, but he controls the game so well that even when he doesn't play that well, he if you don't think he plays well, he'll still complete more passes than anybody on the field and just guides the game out of the bag.
He looks great when the team plays well. Because he's in that role that dictates the game, but he needs everybody else working to make it happen because he could place every through ball, but if nobody's running for him, it's going to look like he's just giving it away, or like if he's making passes and nobody's running or checking in and out, it kind of freezes his position so much that it's tough to make an impact on the game. So it's one of those things where he played well.
But you don't notice it
you wouldn't notice.
Everybody's playing. Like they were playing. Roger.
Again, all right. He seemed to be working pretty hard.
He was pretty
always does that.
The normal Roger that you expect to see. Never know when he's going to get red carded. I think he went down. Got back up. Wasn't anything serious. But, in preseason, you're always kind of worried when somebody goes down.
Especially somebody like that. Gutierrez, again.
Gutierrez didn't impress me. Needs to be much better. He's a designated player. He comes in. You can't play like just any guy on the field. And with the
experience he has, he should be a good player. Should be a great player at Sporting. And he just...
He should be the best player on the field.
Out
of both teams. Maybe Bradley Wright Phillips with the experience that Bradley Wright Phillips had. But Yeah, you should be.
Yeah.
It should be a whole nother level. He was very slow on the ball. He was getting the ball taken away from behind and stuff when there was guys that you know where he needs to go.
Yeah.
And he's just not playing the ball.
No.
I don't know if he's just not used to playing with everybody yet. Or
could be that.
what.
Could have just been the general atmosphere of the game.
Yeah,
it was a bad game for everybody, essentially.
Yeah, but, I mean, you always expect the best player on the field or one of the best players on the field to play like it. You don't expect...
Yeah, exactly.
So,
next, Johan.
Johan was kind of interesting. So he starts the game taking corners with both feet.
Yeah, he took one with his right foot, next corner, left foot.
So, I don't know what he's doing there. I don't know if that's like I know he's good with both feet, but
pick one.
You can just get a left-footed player to take a left-footed corner, right?
It was interesting.
But again, he didn't really impress me. Like,
disappointing.
I thought he'd play in the middle this year. I don't like him as I don't think he's quick enough to play the Sporting style out as a winger.
He would try some stuff that had promise, but he executed poorly on his skills, and he had a couple good balls. Yeah, he had a couple good balls, but he would try too much, or he would just bad decision making. He would be trying to beat somebody when there's a much better option. Yeah. Or vice versa. Then there's it's just not. I don't know. He didn't seem natural out of wing, but again, it could have just been this bad game. But I wasn't a fan.
No.
Of that performance.
I'd rather see him in the midfield, playing centrally.
Yeah.
He just seems like he'd be better there. He's just not. Even if he beat somebody out wide, he wasn't quick enough to continue.
Yeah.
The guy would just run right back.
Up, well, and especially now that we've added Johnny Russell to the squad, they're both types of players that can play out wide or centrally in the midfield.
I think Johnny Russell will go out wide. He's much quicker.
I'd like to see that, especially with that left foot of his. I would like to see that.
But yeah, it'll be interesting to see when the season actually starts, because preseason they'll probably
they'll still be experimenting with people. Other side, Shallowy.
Yeah, Shallowy and Shelton kind of
an okay game.
Yeah, they would
they would change.
Yeah, change. They did well.
Mm-hmm. But he seemed like he wanted to be there more than a lot of the other players. He didn't do a whole lot, but he did try to get behind. Put pressure on. Take a couple of shots.
I think he's fighting for his spot.
Yeah, he really is.
I think he knows that if they are going to start Johan out wide and Johnny Russell out wide, that he is going to be the one that has to fight for a spot. Hopefully, he could continue to, kind of. He almost was a leader out there by not just by example.
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean, he played all right. Everybody kind of only played a half, so we can't really.
That's true. And then Kyrie Shelton up top, I liked him that game. Him and Jalen Lindsey seemed the two that stood out to me.
Yeah, Kyrie Shelton had a couple. He could have scored maybe once or twice, but he actually was very involved in the game. Got behind a lot, showed his athleticism, showed his strength.
He made a lot of good runs.
Yeah, he had a run where he held off a couple guys and laid it off. I mean, he could be a guy that comes in and we don't expect to be a great player, but one of the best players at the end of the year because he's just fighting for everything. He seemed like he was fighting for everything.
Yeah. Every time he got the ball, you could tell he was looking to go. Yeah. He wanted to drive forward. He wanted to make the pass. He wouldn't just make the pass. He'd make the pass and then see the run he needs to make. He was doing a great job of getting in and out and swapping with Shallowy, and he seemed to have a good read of the game. Yeah. When everybody else seemed to be playing poorly. So I don't know. I liked him, and I think that striker spot I want to see him more. Yeah. Contested.
Yeah, Rubio came in the second half.
Mm-hmm. So the second half lineup again. So I had to leave at the second half. Yeah. So I wasn't able to fully watch it, but
they bring in Zendejas, Colton Storm, Didic, Emiliano Amor, Seth. Yeah. And who is the midfield? Felipe Hernandez, who scored. Pretty nice volley.
Decent volley. Kuzain.
And
Busio.
Busio in a central role was kind of surprising.
Really?
I thought he played more up top.
Yeah.
Just watching highlights of his youth academy career, I don't know if he'll work centrally, but it could be interesting. Maybe they're working on it.
Yeah.
But
and then up top was Gerso, Rubio,
and
Carlton Belmar.
Yeah, Belmar.
This is almost what I have an issue with this game. I hope this doesn't stay. But, Gerso is one of the players that had a good season last year and should be fighting for that start. Should as of now, have that starting spot. Yeah. He's proven that he's done well there. Rubio, again, he's been playing well. He should be one of those other ones that if this was...
See, I don't get why they don't start the full team together.
Yeah.
Unless that's what Vermes thinks is going to be the starting lineup. But that'd be such a weird...
Leaving out two players who had good seasons, along with Seth Sinovic, who will be if it was between him and Lobato.
Yeah,
Sinovic starting over that.
And even if Jimmy didn't play, we don't know. Jimmy could be
Zusi,
Zusi. But it's preseason, we know. But you got a month. Until the season starts. You have less than a month.
It's not.
You got to get it together.
If this was 2 months ago, that would have been...
It'd have been fine.
Yeah.
If it's the first leg of preseason. But this is basically how they played the first leg of preseason.
Yeah. Well,
except for they played in 30-minute shifts. You give the guys 15 extra minutes.
And it's so weird when you see that this is what they did, where they left Sinovic, Rubio, and Gerso basically in with the... I wouldn't even call them subs,
Some of these guys are Swope Park guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Didic, Swope Park guy last year. Belmar, Swope Park, Kuzain. Busio is still an academy player.
Zendejas, we don't know.
Zendejas, because Eric Dick just got signed. Yeah. But the weird thing with Eric Dick is you get signed and you're not the first or second guy that plays.
Yeah.
That's not looking great for you.
No.
Because in a game where you should be playing all your starters, and they put in the backup, and you're not that guy.
And you're not the backup, yeah.
Yeah, that almost tells you right away that you'll be going to Swope.
Yeah.
Especially watching Swope, keeper isn't that great.
No. Yeah.
One of those guys is going to be the keeper, and I don't know, it could be interesting.
Yeah. Well, going back to this though for a second, just leaving those three players to play with subs and the Swope guys, those three aren't exact. If they were looking to mix the squads, we would have seen it more mixed.
6 and 5 or
we would have seen basically half on each side.
Not all the starter, basically all the starters except for
a couple.
Yeah.
And if they were,
and there's the guys up top. Well, because the outside backs, that's completely different. Those guys are backups, but the two starters didn't play the whole game. So there's a different reason behind that.
Yeah.
Than you still coming in. It would be different if Zusi came off the bench.
Yeah.
But he didn't. So those guys, are probably there for an injury or some type of other reason than you just being basically, you could say, benched.
Yeah.
For a guy that came in from New York City FC that wasn't even... I mean, he played really well in this game, but the last couple of years hasn't really showed that he was as good as you.
No, yeah, exactly. One, if he was looking to have leaders in that backup squad, because sometimes that's what it takes. Sometimes you need somebody who can be that leader to pick everybody up and go up. He wouldn't have picked any of them three. I'm sorry, they're good.
Well,
they're good players, but if you need a leader...
Well, if you had a leader, you'd either...
A centerman.
It'd be either Ike, Beasler, or maybe an Ilie, or
even
Roger.
Roger, yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't be Gutierrez, but it would be one of those four guys.
Yeah,
It wouldn't be...
Exactly. That's kind of my issue with this.
Rubio can't lead anything from up top. Gerso, same way.
Yeah. Sinovic potentially from the back,
but like we were saying with the Swope Park, it's a weird.
Yeah, fullback's a weird. It's like a captain.
It's only a couple guys that have I don't know, a Philip Lahm is but he started central, and then moved back, and he was just that's a whole different story. That'd be
comparing Sinovic to Philip Lahm.
But I don't know. I'm just more frustrated. Not that he mixed them, that he just didn't start the starters and play them the whole game.
Yeah. Yeah,
I've been watching this game. Red Bulls made one sub?
One sub.
And who was it? It was to
Moreno came on for Kowski.
Yeah. And I think that guy almost picked up in like a knock or something late in the game. But the other games too, there haven't been many substitutions.
No.
New England, Portland, all these games, you almost played your full team for the 90. Maybe they make more substitutions than the one now, but it's later in the game, 70 minutes, 80 minutes, even 60 minutes.
Yeah, honestly. It's just, like you were saying, like, if this is the starting lineup that was healthy, granted Zusi and Jimmy might have had knocks, whatever, so that would make sense. But if this were to be the starting lineup, you'd like to see them play more.
Yeah.
That's all it is. If you can't put a winger and a striker who should be starting at this point.
Yeah.
You can't put them on the
the
second half substitutes and Swope Park squad. They've got to be in there, or at least having that full squad going.
Yeah, hopefully the next 3 games we'll see more and more of the starting lineup.
Less subs, hopefully.
Less subs. Hopefully we see Sporting get their mind right after they start playing with speed.
Yeah.
Not just physically, but receiving the ball and knowing what you're going to... It almost seemed like they had no idea what they were doing. People would receive the ball and just be like, take 5 seconds to find out what they were going to do. Which you don't expect from watching Sporting throughout the years. Normally Sporting's a great possession team, a great,
Yeah, and especially with the players we've picked up.
Yeah, these guys should know.
International team players need to... But, I don't know.
Yeah, well...
Yeah, wasn't a great...
it was a decent result, a draw, but not good from, a preseason. It would be fine if it was last month, like we were saying.
Yeah, like one maybe, but...
But not, we're getting into the season and we need to play.
Yeah,
If we play like this, every game matters in the season.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
so you can't be coming the first 2 weeks and just be like, oh yeah, we're just going to play slow and just like...
Yeah.
And you only have 3 subs. So these guys aren't used to playing. There's Espinosa going to be dead in the 60th minute because he's not used to playing 60 minutes yet?
With only 2 to 3 weeks left, this isn't the time to be figuring out the squad.
No.
This is the time for your squad to figure out themselves. Yeah. This is the time for that start. You figure out the starting lineup, and then they just get better playing together. Not who's going to be playing where, and we'll throw Lobato out at left back.
It should have been the first leg.
Yeah,
everything should have been the first leg. Exactly. It's the second leg. We're now 3 games away from the season starting.
One thing that I think might have contributed to this is having way too many players down there.
Guys like Zach Wright are still there.
Yeah.
Wasn't even one of the 11 that could have went there. But easily could be starting on Swope right now for their preseason. Yeah. Just send the guys to Swope.
Yeah. Well, they have.
You don't need 30 guys here.
Yeah, they have over 2 full squads there.
Especially when Swope comes in this time and has 18 guys. They don't even have
leg 1 needed to be where they figured out who's staying. They needed to pick.
And they have guys that they're signing that I don't know.
Yeah.
They should have just kept 18 and been these are the 18 guys that are going to be on the team.
Yeah, honestly. Maybe keep a couple others to see.
If you want to make it up from Swope Park to Sporting, then you better play well.
Yeah, 18 to 22 players should have been kept for this preseason. Not for leg 2.
Yeah.
Leg 1, granted, you figured out. But with all the players they got from the Super Draft, homegrowns, just Swope call-ups, actual signings, they needed... This was not a good way to go about this. They needed... you bring in players like Johan, Johnny Russell, Gutierrez, these players are coming in. Why are you bringing... Zach Wright's a great player and shown promise, but why are you bringing him?
Even a Kuzain or Felipe Hernandez.
Great.
They're not going to be... You can't tell me that Felipe Hernandez during the year is ever, unless so many injuries happen, is ever going to start over Ilya, Roger...
Yeah, so...
Johan, Gutierrez, I'd even throw guys like Jimmy you could throw. They'd throw Jimmy before they throw him in.
questionably Lobato.
Yeah,
over him,
Lobato.
you know?
And
It's,
what was weird too is watching some of these guys watching the Swope Park. A guy like Mateus Silva, who had a great, who's been playing well, is better than a couple of these guys that they've called up.
Absolutely.
I don't know what was going on. Maybe behind the scenes, it's a whole different thing. But I don't know. It'll be an interesting next couple games. Hopefully, we can get it together.
Yeah.
But
need to figure a lot of this out.
Yeah. So
do it.
that was our summary and kind of rant
roasting
of whatchamacallit?
The
Preseason game 1 and for Sporting and game 2 of Swope Park. We'll come with a Sporting
Phoenix Rising.
Yes, Phoenix Rising. Another review / summary of that game.
Hopefully less ranting and
within the next couple days, and that's basically it. We'll see you guys later.